Good evening everybody and welcome to Eurogamer. My name's Ian Higton and I'm back with you for another live stream. We've only got 3 days worth of live streams until EGX, when there's going to be loads of live streams over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EGX. If you don't know what EGX is, it's Eurogamer Expo. It's 2014, it's in London. It's going to be incredible. If you can't make it, if you haven't got tickets and you're not one of the lucky few thousands of people to be going, then make sure you bookmark that Twitch page, because you'll get to see loads of awesome live streamed content, including all of our developer sessions, as well as some other stuff as well, some other goodies in between all the developer sessions. So loads to look forward to. But today's live stream is going to be of Forza Horizon 2, the sequel to Forza Horizon. I'm going to be playing through the first 60 minutes worth of the game, and I'm going to be joined by none other than Eurogamer's editor, Ollie Welsh. Hello, Ollie. Can you hear me?
Hello, Ian. Receiving you loud and clear.
Hey, Ollie. How's it going, sir?
Yeah, good. It's a little warm here in the Eurogamer office, so I went down to the shop downstairs and bought myself an ice-cold can of Orangina in honour of this game's setting in the south of France. So I'm going to be enjoying that. Here we go.
Oh, nice. I heard that. What am I trying to launch here? Are you sure that wasn't a can of beer that you've opened?
No, it's definitely Orangina.
Fair enough. So what we're going to do is, because the multiplayer in Forza Horizon 2 doesn't open until you get to Nice, we're going to race to Nice, which means we're going to have to do some one championship first, and we're only allowed to stream the first 60 minutes of the game. So we're going to both be playing single player, and hopefully, if we're quick enough, we're going to be able to unlock multiplayer and show you a quick glimpse of multiplayer. But if not, at least we'll be able to chat about the game and have show off the start of the game to you guys. So I'm going to go for it now anyway. Oop. And start my race. So this start bit is this is identical to the demo, isn't it, Ollie? I believe. Did you play the demo?
Pretty much. Yeah. It is. Right up until the first championship. The first championship is not quite the same as it is in the demo. It's in the same location,
right,
but you get a different choice of cars for it.
Now, in between each championship, or at least in between this and the first championship, like the very start, you get this kind of road tour where you just get to drive to the championship and check out the scenery, and it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the things they've done with this version of the game. They've introduced it over the original Forza Horizon, is this concept of road trips, and they put them in single player. So when you're moving from one championship to another, you have a moment like this that you get at the start of the game, where all of the racers from the Horizon Festival, which once you're in the game are actually the driver tars of people from the friends list who play the game.
Yeah.
And you all sort of pile along. You're not actually or anything, you're just piling along the streets, checking out the scenery, exploring on your way to the next part of the game. But they also have like a similar concept in multiplayer as well, which is called Road Trip, where for a multiplayer session you'll get together with some friends and or whoever are in matchmaking, and you'll do like a little mini championship of 4 different events, but that you'll actually drive from one to the other, and you're earning XP and skills and stuff while you're driving along in between racing events, which I think is potentially a really cool way to do multiplayer. I've only managed to get one game together so far with one other guy, which obviously didn't really show off the full potential of the mode, but I'm looking forward to testing that some more before writing that review up.
Yeah. So you're in charge of writing the review, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the embargo left for the reviews?
I can't remember whether I'm allowed to tell you.
Fair enough.
Because these things always differ from one embargo to the next.
They do. They always have these.
Sometimes you're allowed to say, and sometimes you're not. I may well be allowed at this point, but I think I'm not risking anything by saying it will be quite soon, and it'll be before the game launches in America on Tuesday next week. So yeah, you'll get to read it in good time for launch.
Fair enough. So first impressions though, you're quite a racing game buff, I think.
Yes.
So
I'm a big fan of well, basically anything with cars in it, but particularly slightly more authentic games, I guess, the sort of semi-sims. Plus, my favourites are like Project Gotham Racing and Gran Turismo.
Right.
And I've got to say, for the first Forza Horizon was up there coming up, it was an absolutely fantastic game. I've long wanted a open world racing game with like realistic landscapes and roads in it, but that was a little bit more realistic rather than being a really over the top Need for Speed style. And Forza Horizon did that for me perfectly.
Fair play. Well, I'm on the opposite side of the scale, whereas I'm pretty bad at racing games, and I'm not a massive fan of the ones that are more technical, but I'm really enjoying this game. It strikes a nice balance between technical and an arcadey feel that I can handle. You might notice on my stream I've got all the easy kind of settings turned on, so you know I'm not going to be breaking any driving records. I've got all the hand holding on, but
yeah, I think they've done a really good job of this. Like the main Forza Motorsport games are also quite flexible in terms of driving assist and stuff, but I think they've made this entire game probably a little bit easier to drive, and it's not, you can't really call it a full simulation because, like, well, to put it bluntly, you can drive a Lamborghini across a field at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
That in real life, you're just going to wreck your Lamborghini in a hurry.
That's true.
So, yeah, no, there's certainly a fair amount of license involved, but it feels really good. And I have to say, I've only been playing this one on a pad, but I played Forza Horizon 1 on force feedback steering wheel, and it was actually surprisingly realistic. It had really good suspension simulation, really good transmission simulation, and yeah, it was a really good fun drive on both the wheel and a pad. So, but yeah, like, don't be too intimidated by it, because it is, as Ian says, it can be a really accessible, fun game, and I think you can, over time, you can probably start taking those assists off and getting a bit more into the car handling if you're so inclined.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll get to grips with it a bit more before I take any assists off, because I crash into walls enough anyway. But it's just, yeah, there's a nice arcadey feel that it doesn't feel too intense. Like, I try and play something like Gran Turismo, and it just, like, I just can't stay on the road. Formula 1 games, I'm like,
Gran Turismo is as much of a simulation as you can get on consoles, basically.
Did you notice? I've got to the Horizon Festival now. I've just picked my car. Have you noticed that the guy? I've gone for Ford something.
The Chevrolet, the old.
Oh no, oh God, I've gone for the newer black-looking one.
The BMW,
yeah, that's the one. Sorry, I'm rubbish with cars. It's got four wheels and a couple of doors.
On my other game, I took the old 60s muscle car, the Camaro. So I think on this one, I'm going to go for the.
That's the one I went for as well.
Japanese car, the Supra.
Have you noticed? I don't know if you noticed or not, but the guy commentating, that's ex Grange Hill star Sean Maguire.
No way.
Yeah. I'm not. I haven't seen the credits of the game yet, but the voice sounds the same, and they've modelled the character on him. I'm almost 100% sure. I don't know if you're familiar with Sean Maguire from Grange Hill. But
I do remember him.
Yeah.
Well, this is a British-made game, so it wouldn't surprise me if they've got some British talent. It seems a bit more, so like the first Horizon was set in Colorado.
Yeah.
And this one's set in Europe. It's set in the south of France and northern Italy, hence my can of Orangina, because it reminds me of going on holiday. But yeah, it feels, because I mean, it's basically the same idea. You're at a festival and there's music and racing going on at the same time, but it seems like the guys at Playground Games, which is based in Leamington Spa, who made it, are a bit more on slightly more comfortable territory with what's cool in Europe as regards what's cool in America.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the first Horizon felt, all of the festival setting stuff and the DJs felt quite cheesy. And in this game, they're still a little bit cheesy, but it's a little bit more. I don't know. I think it feels a bit more relaxed and a bit more in tune.
It does. It definitely does.
With the spirit of the studios and the guys making the game, I think they're a bit more on.
There are no AI drivers at Horizon.
So he's talking about the he's talking about drivatars now.
Driving in the same way they do. Some of them will be your friends, so if you beat them,
I noticed some of those names. I can't see your names, your name above any of the people racing at the moment.
Are you ready to put those new wheels to the
We
test?
should turn up.
This is the Horizon.
Yeah, you'll see mine. You'll probably, have you got Better Than Halo? I'm playing as the Eurogamer office account, which is called Better Than Halo.
In joke.
So if you've got, I don't know if you've got Better Than Halo in your places, but I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a
I might
point.
not, because I'm not sure Better Than Halo's ever played Forza before. You need to play
Yeah, maybe I might need to add you as a friend when we get to Nice then, so yeah, you probably won't be on there. That's something I should have done before I started the stream, Dol. So, I'm probably going to crash, but I should probably read some comments as well, at least say some hello to some people, because I'm not done yet. You've got Gavin UK, Tasman19, Simple... Oh god, I'm going to crash. This is why you don't read text when you're driving, isn't it? Simple-minded Genius is here as well. So's Lally25. So's Drunk Dougie. Lots of people watching. Coming to see a glimpse of the full version, the full release of Forza Horizon 2. 147 people watching at the moment, actually, so I probably shouldn't drive into walls as much. Have you had a crash yet, Ollie?
I spun the Lamborghini right at the start. I've been doing alright since then.
Well,
are you an in-car view man or a chase camera man?
I prefer chase cam. I've been mixing the views up a little bit for those at home to see. Hardcore race fans will be happy there is there's a cockpit cam.
Yeah, and they do them really well on the Forza games. They really manage to put together a really convincing cockpit cam. The interior of the car looks beautiful. The lighting's great. You've got the reflections on the windscreen. It just looks brilliant. That's what I like to use. Yeah,
that is. I did notice that. You can see the reflections of your hands in the steering wheel in the windscreen. Let's see if I can get that now. Might not be the right lighting to see it. But yeah, all the interiors, I guess, authentically modelled on the real thing.
Yeah. No, they definitely are. They're very fastidious about that. Turn 10. Which is the studio that makes the mainline Forza games, but I think they they have shared resources between Forza Motorsport and this game in terms of who does the vehicle modelling and stuff.
I see.
It's based on the Forza handling simulation as well, although if you played Forza Motorsport 5, you may have noticed that the cars tended to have oversteer really violently, which means the back would sort of slip away and they would slide around corners a bit too aggressively, and it was very easy to spin. Which we believe is down to the new tyre simulation that they had for that game, but it seems to have been toned down a lot. It is still quite a slidey game, but in a nice, controllable way. Like if you played the Project Gotham games, the way cars would like drift really pleasantly in those, I think this is quite close to that.
Well, I unfortunately, due to reading texts while driving, I failed my first race, so I'm happy to read it.
No.
I came sixth. You need to come first, second or third to progress, I believe. So I'm not going to read anything while I just clear this race. So, have you noticed any other differences to this game from the first? Because you played the first quite a lot, didn't you? Any striking differences?
The basics are the same. So you've got the perk system is new. So it's still got these things called skill challenges, which that's basically all of the time you're driving, you're earning XP for doing skills. So it might be drafting a car, it might be drifting around a corner, it might be catching some air off a jump, just racing really cleanly so you don't clash into things. All of that stuff earns you skill. Now that was in the first game, but it didn't really go anywhere. The system didn't really feed into anything meaningful. And now you've got a perks system, which gives you various perks across both single and multiplayer. That feeds into. So it feels like the skill system is working a bit better. And XP generally in the game is a bit more important. like earning XP in multiplayer is just as important as how well you actually do in the event, and that means that the skill system is a lot more meaningful. So that's one thing. They've got rid of the so in the original game, I forget what they called them, but they had various challenges as sort of promo challenges for the festival, where you'd have to maybe take photos, or do a skill challenge, or do a speed trap, and they've replaced that with this thing called the bucket list, where you find, like, they've dropped these sort of really tasty cars all over the place, and there'll be a particular challenge to do with that specific car. For that spot, and the idea is there's a bucket list of things you have to try out before the end of the festival. So it might be like do over 200 miles an hour in a Pagani, or it might be drive a classic 1960s Ferrari GTO along the Italian coast while listening to classical music.
Yeah, no, I really like the bucket list ones. There's one where you can you have to race the sun across the coast in like a really is it I think it's one of the cars from Outrun, a Ferrari something, because the title is Outrun the Sun.
There's loads of nice little references to both games and movies and stuff. Like, there's a lot of really iconic stuff. There's some, like, if you get the what is it, the classic rally cars. That's that's another change. They've banded the races rather than by the performance bands you have in Forza, like A, B, C class cars. They band them by the style of car. So it might be supercars, it might be hot hatchbacks, it might be classic rally cars or off-roaders. So you're always racing with cars of the same type, and then your competition just auto adjusts to the power band of the car.
Okay.
But yeah, in the classic rally section, they've got like the old 60s Mini Cooper, and there's a race in Nice that you can do with that feels to me like they were watching the Italian Job when they saw it.
Nice.
Lots of piling down staircases and stuff. So yeah, there's lots of nice little references, and to Top Gear as well. Like this is something that's carried over from the first game. Is they have the idea of racing like other forms of transport into a car, so it might be like a plane, or there's one race that you do against the steam train, which is brilliant.
Oh yeah, I really like the steam train race. Hopefully I'll get to see the plane race at least during this stream. Someone in the comments has confirmed that it is Sean Maguire, confirming the important points.
So, how are you doing? Did you manage to get through your
I've done that one, yeah. I'm on the road trip to Castelletto.
So the road trip takes you across, takes you into your first bit of cross-country driving, doesn't it? This is one of the major additions to this game, is full off-road driving, which Forza Horizon 1 didn't have. They added the rally expansion, which was basically like a little Colin McRae game stuck onto Forza Horizon. But this has a fully open map, and you can drive your car across off-road anywhere. And there's certain kinds of driving races, point-to-point races, that take you off-road, which are really good fun.
They're definitely my favourite ones. Hammering along a road, and then all of a sudden you have to go through a field and taking out little trees and going through crops. It just feels really cool. Right, so just had a quick look at the perks system. Now it's starting to rain. It looks lovely when it rains, actually.
Yeah.
If you see if I can get it close up on the bonnet, you can see all the raindrops, all the individual raindrops on the bonnet of the car, even from a distance. And then the windscreen wipers on the interior of the car, getting rid of it all. How far are you? Are you at Castelletto yet?
Just on the way down. You get a challenge at some point. I haven't really looked that deep into it, but to take photos of every car in the game.
Yeah.
expensive way to do that is just to buy all the cars yourself and go fix them. But it can be quite fun too, especially on these road trip sections when you've got all of these driver cars piling across the map in various different kinds of cars to spot exotic ones, rare ones, take pictures of. There's a bit of a Pokemon element.
Yeah, I've taken a couple of photos. I think I'd probably get a bit bored of doing it all the time. But yeah, you get something like 1,000 CR, $1,000 or whatever it is for your individual photos, and then every 10 you get an extra bonus of like 10,000 or something.
Oh, something else I've noticed, which long-term Forza fans will want to know.
Yeah.
So there's a free day one DLC with this, which gives you a bunch of cars. There's like some cool stuff actually. A Land Rover Defender, a '93 Clio Williams, a couple of American, like an old '50s American pickup truck.
Yeah.
And what I noticed was they were all available to buy from the car show for 0 credits. Now previously Forza, you would buy the DLC, but you would still need to buy the car with in-game credits as well.
Oh right, no way.
But it looks like, at least from that initial pack, I don't know whether the future ones will be like this, but it looks like when you buy the DLC, you will just get the cars and you'll be able to just put them straight into your garage without spending in-game credits.
Oh, that sounds a lot fairer.
It's a lot better, to be honest. I think once you're spending real cash on cars, I don't have any objection to them releasing DLC car packs, but once you're spending cash on it, to then have to grind out the money to buy whatever it is within the game is a little bit over the top.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating actually. If you guys are seeing any screen tear, that's probably due to my capture software, by the way. I didn't notice any screen tear when I was actually playing the game, but I'm seeing a little bit now.
No, this is, as Digital Foundry have already said, reporting on the demo, this is an absolutely rock solid. It's only 30 frames a second, but other than that, it is beautiful and it is technically very, very sound, and it holds that 30 frames a second absolutely perfectly, which means you still get pretty good control of the response out of it.
Awesome. Right, let's have a look. If Good Day by Sean Maguire is not on one of the radio stations, I want to know why, says on his game reviews. I was just wondering which is better, getting in... Lillistol is considering getting an Xbox One because of this game, so that's cool. Love how the sun evaporates the water, so simple-minded genius. Is there a crowd? We need a close-up of driving game crowds. There's some crowds by the Horizon festivals, I think, but because you're racing around, there's some people up on the building there doing a little dance. Mainly you're racing through the countryside and stuff, so you see a lot of bystanders, but not huge amounts of crowds as you would get racing around an actual racetrack in a game. Do the rumble triggers work? Yes, they do. They work very well, actually. Normally I forget the rumble triggers are actually even there, but they really work well. Make you feel the traction of the tyres on the, especially when you hit the off-road stuff. That's what we got. Okay. Lee Hyde, I'm so glad Sean took time out of his busy schedule to be in this. Oh, poor Sean Maguire. Right, start race. We've got 35 minutes. I'm not too sure
no, I don't think
we're going to do it.
I think we're probably going to arrive at Nice at 5 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
But let's give it a go.
I'm still going. So I'm in my first race anyway. So apologies, I'm not reading too many comments. I've learned that reading texts while driving is a bad idea. It means you don't come first. So. Oh yeah, this game definitely makes me want to go on holiday though.
This game basically is my holiday. So, especially since it gives you the option of a Z port that starts. So in August, I went on holiday with my wife in the south of France for 2 weeks.
All right.
And I booked us a Mini to hire for the week. And I turned up, and it was my birthday. It was a big birthday. I'm not going to say which one. Only one, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And they said, oh, we can offer you a cheap upgrade to the convertible if you'd like. I was like, oh really, what you got? And they said, oh, we've got a BMW Z4. And I was like, just do it. Actually, don't tell me how much it costs.
Nice.
So yeah, I was actually driving around south of France in a BMW Z4.
Brilliant. I saw some photos of that on Facebook. I think.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean I love the south of France. I love this part of the world. So this game obviously pleases me in that sense. I didn't drive quite as madly as this.
Did you race any trains?
No, I didn't race any trains. I was mostly overtaking camper vans.
It doesn't seem as extreme, but still cool. Oh god. Why is my car not wanting to stay on the road? Oh, what? He went really fast past me. Cheeky. Oh, second, that'll do. The game is pretty, says Thomas Westergaard. It is indeed very pretty. It's one of the best looking racing games I've played. And I don't play that many racing games, so I don't know how good it is.
No, it's very, very nice. It's very nice. There's like, there's some PC games that look better than this.
Yeah.
Arguably, but none of them are open world games, and that's the real achievement for me with this game. It's what it pulls off, whilst delivering a streaming open world with absolutely no load times. You can drive from one end of it to the other without interruption.
Yeah,
and it looks like this. I think it's fantastic.
Ed 2003 WX says Ian using the other cars as brakes there. Yeah, that's how I corner.
This is Rivals. The best way to compare your
it knocks them off and helps me corner.
Oh, your Drivatar came 5th in that race.
Oh, sweet.
I beat it.
So I'm using my secondary profile, which is platform 32. Is that the one, or was it my other one?
No, it's no, your other one.
Cool. I will. What am I doing? I will have to add you as a friend, I think. I'm going the wrong way. Turn around. Let's see if I can get to this race with some off-road. Ah, lovely poppy field. I'm going to go try and get to this checkpoint by racing off-road.
400 meters, turn right.
When you're in cockpit cam, it's really hard to see what's coming up when you're driving through the wilderness. Oh god.
Oh yeah, try bumper cam, then you absolutely can't see it.
Whoa. Oh yeah, you really can't see anything on bumper cam. Oh, that was a nice shortcut though. There we go. Circuit next. John and Bob's a fan of the game. He says it's bloody gorgeous, it's so pretty. He's watching while he farms the Earth Cave.
Excuse me, I've got Kinect plugged in. Oh no, it's alright.
Oh.
I made it go away.
Ah, cool.
I thought I was going to have to talk to my Kinect.
What? I don't have Kinect plugged in. What kind of extra options does it give you?
It basically lets you talk to the sat nav.
Right.
Which could be quite handy, to be honest. But yeah, I don't have it plugged in at home, so I haven't used it. But yeah, it just lets you use the get directions from sat nav and tell it to set locations and stuff, which is quite nice. It means it saves you going into the menu.
So I'm playing, as I was saying earlier at the beginning of the stream, I'm playing on very easy. Well, the default setting, which seems to be quite easy. There's assists on, there's road markings that tell you when to brake and stuff. But you play it a little bit more hardcore, don't you? What have you turned off or on?
Yeah, so I've turned off all of the driving assists. So I've got, well, apart from gears. If I was on my wheel, I would have manual gears. In fact, I'd probably even go manual clutch, because Forza has great clutch simulation, unlike Gran Turismo.
Right.
Super nerdy stuff there. But yeah, other than that, I've got traction control off, ABS off. Whatever the other things, I've got them all turned off basically. I've got simulation steering. Yeah. Simulation steering, I have to say, is a bit of a misnomer, because it's the steering's very sharp and drifty. Like I say, it's more of a sort of Project Gotham semi-arcade kind of feel to the story. But yeah, with all that stuff off, then you do get much more of a sense of what the tyres of the car are doing under you. Like the car doesn't sort of stick to the road anything like as easily, and you can lose control in corners quite harder. So you've got to be a lot more gentle with the brake and the throttle when cornering. You can't just stab at them, otherwise you're going to lose control of the car. I also whacked the difficulty of the driver tiles up one level, but that was enough for me because that was already really quite challenging. And I think there's a couple of levels above that. So
oh really?
If you're
if
you want a serious challenge from the AI, I think this game will give it to you. But just setting it up to I think highly skilled was the next one up.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So if you're watching and you're not a massive race nerd like Ollie, and you're more of a race noob like me, you can still have a good time on the lower settings, like I am. But yeah, you can also test your driving might.
Yeah, and it's got the racing line, as you can probably see on stream, which is a really good way of teaching you how to drive, how to race basically. The red indicators on for when you need to brake for a corner are really handy. I turn that stuff off after a while, but I often leave it on when I start playing a new racing game just so I get a good feel for it.
Okay. That's our first. I was first in that one.
Nice one.
So just 28 minutes left. I've got one more race on this challenge before playing, I think. Oh, I've leveled up, so I've got a wheel spin now. Wheel spins are kind of cool.
Oh yeah, this is another new feature.
I'll show that off in a second. Oh, you can race your rivals as well. What that was doing there was asking me if I wanted to race my rival.
Every time you level up,
that's like a time trial ghost mode.
Yeah.
If you play Forza, you'll be very familiar with it. I've had it in the last 3 games, I think.
Give me a car, give me a car, give me a car, give me a car. Yeah, they had it in last Forza Horizon for definite. I got 9,000 credits. That's weak. Rubbish. You can get you can get cars. I've won one car. I won a Humvee actually off that.
Nice. My first one, I won a Ultima GTR, which is one of the fastest track cars in the game.
Nice.
Insanely quick.
I won the most amount of cash I won on there was 75,000 credits. Shouldn't have gone through this. Shouldn't have gone this way.
Won my race. A celebratory sip of Orangina.
Take that, apple tree. Ow.
One of my few complaints about this game is it can sometimes not be clear what kind of stuff on the side of the road is good to smash into and what kind of stuff is bad to smash into. So you get like, for your skill system, you get XP for skill points for smashing through like bollards and stuff that you can smash easily for creating wreckage, and it's really useful for keeping a skill chain going. So like you might drift around one corner, then you want to smash through a bunch of stuff along the side of the road and then drift around the next corner to keep your skill chain going, keep the score multiplier going.
Yeah.
But sometimes you might aim for a lamppost and then it will slow you down really horribly and not give you any skill points because it's not part of that system. So that can be a little bit annoying, I find.
Oh, I've had that happen to me before. Going through the open air restaurant seating, all the the plastic chairs and stuff and tables, that gets you loads of points. The telegraph poles come down, but lampposts don't. Right, so
have you found any barn finds, Ian?
Yeah, I've
this
found
is something that was in the first Forza Horizon that, as a classic car fan, I was already fond of this feature.
Yeah, I found a couple. I found 3 actually. I don't know. Is it spoilerish to say what they are?
Yeah, don't say what they are. Basically, you find rare classic cars hidden in barns around the place, and when you find one, you often get like a clue as to where it might be. And when you find one, it sort of disappears for a while the mechanic fixes it up, and then a little bit later it will be delivered into your garage. You get basically
Yeah, they're not much. Anything you find isn't much use in a race, but it's pretty cool to drive them around and add like designs to them and stuff. Custom designs and all
some of
that.
them are quite good. I think in the first game there was one of the first ones was a Bugatti
Oh, right.
in the 90s. It was a really quick car.
I've not found.
And some of the slower cars as well you can upgrade. Oh, that's another new thing. So all of these have like Horizon had the upgrade system, but it didn't have actual tuning.
Right.
So like actually getting into the settings of your car and adjusting the gear ratios and the suspension and the brake balance and stuff, which is only for somebody who's really hardcore into their driving simulation. But
Yeah.
they have actually put tuning in Horizon 2 this time around, so if you're into that, it's there.
Oh, you can actually pay to tune up parts of your car and.
You don't even have to pay. That option is just unlocked on the settings screen, and you can do that, as well as go to the mechanic and upgrade various parts of the car to improve its performance.
Oh, right, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, go and visit the mechanic lady, who I think they have rather. It's a bit of a shame. He was like a really crotchety old dude in Horizon 1, and now it's a
generic pretty lady.
A generic pretty lady in sort of oily denims, servicing the cars. I like the crotchety old dude from the first game.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, go and visit her, and she will, for money, you can either auto upgrade your car so that it maxes it out for a particular performance band, so like, you know, the SABC band, or you can get in there and say, I want a new turbo, and I want to change the suspension, and do it the nerdy way. But the auto upgrade system is like, if you have a car you quickly want to make more competitive, or want to make the most competitive for a certain band, then that's easy to do.
See, all this stuff is probably a bit out of my league for noob racing.
That's probably going to be more significant in multiplayer. Like I say, the game seems to auto-adjust really to the performance of your car. The single-player game. But in multiplayer, you're going to want a car that's maxed out for each band, basically. So it seems like it sort of randomizes which performance class you're racing in next, and you're going to want to have a really good car for each class in your garage. You're also going to want to have cars for different styles as well. For going to single player, so you're going to want to have rally cars and off-roaders and supercars and stuff to do with different kinds of championships
you can choose what style of championship you want to do in each place. So it's not a set championship. You could do a muscle car in Nice if you wanted, or some people do.
I think to unlock, you have to do a set number of championships, not that many, to unlock the sort of finale of the game and as it were, finish the game. But as far as I can tell, if you want to 100% complete this game, in every single one of the locations, and there's what, 7 or 8 different locations. In every one of those locations, there's a championship for every class of car, and there must be 20 classes of car. Basically, there's a lot of championships to play.
Something new I've organised for this year's
What's
festival
happened?
is the Horizon bucket list.
Oh, here we go. The Horizon bucket list he's telling me about now.
Okay. I've had cars like this placed all over.
Andrews Holmgren wishes there was a rewind feature in DayZ. Yeah, so do I. The amount of times I've died on that.
Oh, I forgot about rewind. I've been using it. I'm just that good.
Well, I've been using rewind quite a lot when I've been on my other profile, because I've been trying to come first in every race, and most races involve me heading straight into a tree at least at one point.
Actually, to be honest, that is one feature I keep on. I don't use it that much, but if you are playing the game on hard settings and you have done a really good race and then you stuff up the last corner and lose 3 places, then I do actually indulge in a bit of rewind, because it's just too annoying otherwise.
Yeah, it's not. It's kind of unlimited as well, isn't it? You can do it as many times as you want, but you can't go back more than, I think, 8 or so rewinds. It stops after a while. My girlfriend was watching me play it and she saw me rewinding. She was like, "That's just cheating, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah, it is a bit, I guess."
It is cheating, but it also makes the game more fun. So in video games, if it makes it more fun, then it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Come on, up the hill. So I'm heading towards the airplane race now.
This is a bit like the speed trap challenge you
We've
did
got
earlier.
19 minutes
Except
left.
instead
Hello,
of flying
Lewis
through a
Matthew
high speed,
Hogan.
you need to maintain the high speed through the speed zone.
Try and maintain a high speed through the speed zone if I can. No, not if that wall has anything to do with it, or that bridge. So when this game is finally out in the UKs and the rest of the world, by the way, guys, I'm going to be doing a variety of streams on it. I'm going to be streaming some multiplayer stuff with loads more people from Eurogamer. Hopefully going to get the outside Xbox crew involved in it as well. Oops, crashed. But also going to try and do some community live streams with you guys. So if you do have an Xbox One and you're thinking of picking up this game, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel so that you get updates on when the live stream starts. It's worth following me and Eurogamer on Twitter as well. You get more up-to-date notifications on these streams as well. But if you want to try and take me on some of the multiplayer modes, because they've got some more arcadey style multiplayer modes as well as races in this version. They've got an infected mode and a King of the Hill mode. Now the King of the Hill mode, well the King mode even, is basically like tag. You have to ram into the king. If you manage to ram into the king, you get to become the king, and then you have to avoid everyone else, and at the end of the time limit, the person who's been the king the longest wins. And then infected is like that Halo 3 infected mode, where one person or one or two people start off infected. They have to ram the people who aren't infected. If they get rammed, they become infected until everyone is infected and there's one person left. And then that person, when that person gets infected, the game is over. But I've not played them very much. I've played them, both those modes, with just one other person. So I'm looking forward to trying them out with full lobbies, because they seem quite like they'll be quite good fun. Where have I've gone past. I was talking too much. I've gone past the race.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 meters.
You've not. You've only tried the race, the road trip multiplayer so far, Ollie.
Yeah. So, but that puts different race styles together. So it had there was one infected, and there was a cross-country race and a point-to-point race. Something else, I think maybe a circuit race as well.
Oh, that's cool. So
yeah, the road trips mix up different play styles, and then there's a leaderboard based on how much XP you've earned. So even though I only won 1 out of 3, I won it overall because I got really good skill change going in my races and earned loads of XP.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. So how do they chain all the events together?
You actually have to you drive from one to the next.
Right.
That's the point of road trip, and so you can still earn XP in between the events as well by putting good skill chains together.
Yeah.
But it's fun as well. Like, they've realised, I think, that part of the fun of this game is just charging across the landscape from one point to another without necessarily a race or having a specific goal. It's just a really fun way to move around the map. And so they've actually integrated that with the multiplayer modes, and they've realised that people won't mind a bit of extra time in between their game modes if they get to sort of drive there together across the map and have a bit of fun while they do it. Right, I'm racing these jets now. Are you in that
Me
race?
too. I'm just going now. Go! See you later, Sean Maguire. So it looks pretty. I love the jets when they fly over. The whole camera shakes. The joypad rumbles a bit, so you really feel them going over the top of your car.
The audio in this game is just fantastic.
Yeah.
The engines sound brilliant, which is wonderful coming to it from Gran Turismo 6, which is what I was playing in racing game. I've been playing most recently, which, as much as I love it, sounds terrible. But the cars sound fantastic, and just generally Yeah, there's another. I think we mentioned there's another event later on where you race a steam train. As you come across up next to the train on the finish line, and it's just belting along next to you. It just sounds brilliant.
Yeah, it's also got some quite good radio stations. I've turned them off for fear of YouTube copy infringement things, but I like listening to the rock radio station. It's got some royal blood on there. Those guys.
They did an okay job. They got DJ Rob the Bank to curate the soundtrack for the first one. I think he may have been involved with this one as well.
Okay.
And but what they've done with this one is, as well as those stations, more stations unlock as you play through the game, and they've got some very genuinely hit indie record labels working in various genres to curate playlists for various different radio stations. So like Hospital Records, the drum and bass label is in there, and a few others. Yeah, and there's some genuinely really good tunes in it.
Yeah, I like the fact we've got Jane's Addiction on there as well. I'm a rocker at heart, you see. I only listen to Horizon XS.
And there is a classical music station with a nice Italian man introducing.
I think he gets a little bit angry with the racers. Like, I think he starts complaining about other people driving around. Yeah. Making a mess of his lovely country. Of course, this is going to be close.
I've beaten.
You beat them, have you? Okay.
Yeah, despite the fact that Ferrari without traction control is pretty heavy.
Oh no.
I'm bragging again. It's because I'm generally not very good at games, but I'm actually alright at rushing games, so I can't help myself.
Come on! Ooh, I think I beat them by like a millisecond. I was pinballing off the walls right at the last bit.
Spectacular stuff, huh?
Jeebs.
I never thought you'd beat them.
Whew. What's this email that's come through? Last chance to buy EGX tickets, people. If you want to head over to the EGX website, if you've got this weekend free, there's a few more tickets available. So go and check that out if you do want to head along. 25th to 28th of September in Earls Court. It's going to be good fun. Right, so that was the first championship done. Got 12 minutes to get to Nice. The colours and lighting look so realistic, says War-Torn Remnant. It looks awesome, says Narfs a lot.
No, Tim, I'm not going to
I beat them in
driving.
3/10 of a second.
Are the best we have at the festival. Come on, the finale is going to be the event of the summer. All right, that's terrific.
That was
where
luck.
are you now? Oh, it's a shame. We're just about to cruise down to Nice. All right, we're about to do the second leg of the road trip. You ready?
Sure.
We are going to La Bella Nice, the beautiful city. Come on, let's go.
Hey, the Roach 659, how's it going, dude? The planes let him win, says Calvin Nugent TL. You're probably right.
Hey, a new station's just been added to your radio presets. You can now tune into Hospital Records Radio.
There we go, new station's been added, Hospital Records Radio. I need to turn the radios off again. Turn it off. There we go, radio off. So a nice coastal drive down to Nice. Probably just wiped out an entire family then though, whoops.
One thing that really impressed me about this game is that even the traffic you have to avoid, like the slow family cars driving around, even those are all licensed cars. Like, they've licensed a bunch of cars that you can't even race in the game, just so they can have like people driving Ford Transits around.
No way.
Most other racing games that have traffic in them, they put loads of effort into the car models, and then the traffic is just these sort of generic boxes driving around.
Yeah.
This game, it's properly modelled licensed cars.
See.
And
Things like that I don't even notice not being. Whoops.
spectacular car nerd.
Yeah. I just destroyed a Ferrari of some sort.
I honestly enjoy just driving from one place to another in this game as much as I do the actual races.
Yeah, me too. I actually I look forward to the road trips between championships just to check out a new bit of scenery and get out of my way, camper van. My rival for the jet race was my other profile, so my rival was myself. I just fought Seception.
I've got to beat this orange Lamborghini to Nice. They always have, on the road trips, they have one guy who just always manages to stay ahead of you for the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I've got a yellow, I don't know what car that is actually.
No. Head on into a Kia. Damn it.
Oh. That looks like a modern Shelby GT. I'm making these up now. I'm probably completely wrong. I've got 8 minutes to get to Nice and send you a friend's request and do a race.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Get out of my way, car!
Turn left.
Turn left. Oh no! That was the opposite of left. No time for braking. Get out of my way, flawless cowboy. Woo.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Oh, look at those yachts.
Turn
Why don't I own a yacht like that?
Turn right. In 200 meters, turn left.
Right, we're in
Turn left.
central Nice now, busy built up
200 meters,
area.
turn
Lots of opportunities for crazy street races rather than
Turn left.
off-road races.
I'm done. Shall I send you a friend request?
Yeah, if you can. It's platform 32, platform 32, no spaces.
In 400 meters, turn right. In 100 turn right.
Wow, some sliding. Good sliding.
In 100 meters, turn left. In 200 meters, turn right.
There's the festival. No.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Nice. Welcome to Nice. Do-do-do. Go. Be quicker. Right. It says you're offline. I'm gonna send you a. I'm gonna add you as a friend. Okay, I've added you as a friend.
Can you send me a party invite?
Send party invite.
Oh, here we go.
Right, let's get back into game.
Like I said earlier, the championship you enter is
This is on the Xbox One, Rock Jackson. The Forza Horizon 2 is Xbox exclusive only. It's also coming out on the Xbox 360 though, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, so there's a version of it being made by Sumo Digital, which is a pretty good studio, and they know their racing games. They did the wonderful console versions of Outrun 2, so yeah, fingers crossed it might be a pretty good, decent version. They've taken the content from this game and made it in the engine from Forza Horizon 1, which was very good, so yeah, in theory it'll be good, but we haven't seen it or played it yet, so I cannot actually vouch for that.
Right. Oh, no, I know, don't show me this. It's showing me an introductory video to Forza Online now. Don't you know we're up against the clock? It did take us about 2 minutes to actually start though with my intro and stuff, Ollie, so we technically got about 5 minutes.
In contrast, online free roam lets you choose what you do. Grab cars from the auto show, enter events, visit car meets, or just cruise around the world with your friends. It's all up to you.
Just cruise around the car with you. So yeah, if you
Road trip of your life.
I don't know if you've watched the CGI FMV whatever,
Access
the
Horizon Online and
little video when you
pause menu.
first select
Or
online road
bring
trip,
up the
but
map and select an online road trip to jump into.
it takes about 30 seconds to go
Yeah,
through.
I haven't got that option up, weirdly.
Yeah.
Online road trip still appears locked for me.
Have you you gone into Nice and all that?
Yeah, this feature is blocked per your Xbox Live parental control settings. Okay.
Uh-oh.
This is what happens when you play with the Office account that you haven't used.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, we've got a party going, so it can't be.
I'm going to send you an invite to the game party anyway and see if that works. Yeah, I don't know if you got that or
Okay.
not.
Yeah. You cannot play multiplayer games online because of how your account is set up. It's going to change.
Oh, curses.
Oh,
Hey,
looking
the
forward.
auto show is now open.
Alright, let me
If
see
you
if I
wanna
can
buy
fix
a
this
new
quickly.
I'm joining a free roam session, so you
Alright.
should technically be able to just jump in.
You leveled up.
Ooh,
Privacy settings.
got a wheel spin. Whee! So there you go, guys. If you are buying this to play multiplayer with your friends, you do need to go through about an hour's worth of gameplay before you can actually join in with your friends, and you also need to turn your parental controls to a bit looser.
Alright, try that.
Okay, right. Oh, okay. Start game party.
There we go. I've got the
Invite
options up now.
Right, invite friend. Better than Halo, there we go. Game. Cool. So on the world map, I'm going to show you while Ollie's joining, I'm going to show you the world map now. It's kind of unlocked. You can see that it's pretty large. There's interesting things like an airfield on the top left. Goes all the way over to Montalino. These blue things, these are all only appear when you're online. These are online races. The green things here, they show the bucket lists that we were talking about earlier. You've got speed traps where you have to race through at a set speed. You ends that way. These purple icons are for the Infection and the King multiplayer modes, which are a bit more arcadey things set in arenas where you have to ram each other's cars. The group leader, if the group leader wants to set a waypoint to something, like say this one, normally if you press A you'll set a green waypoint, but if you press Y you can drop a blue waypoint which everyone can follow. It will show up on in your group, everyone's map, so it's easier to navigate. One person can tell people where to go, basically. Any luck?
I clicked on the game party thing. I got the.
Are you watching the
spiel now.
the pre-roll?
Let's do it. Let's do it. We can hang on for one race.
Cool.
I'll square it with Microsoft. All right, so I should be in. Oh, I have to invite you.
You want me to invite you again? You say?
Let me try and invite you. Hold on. Oh no, can you invite me again?
Yeah. Game party, invite friends. Okay.
Cool.
Sweet.
Joining session.
Sweet, it says you've joined the session.
Excellent.
Can you see a blue waypoint or anything?
Yeah.
Cool. I guess, should we just jump into a quick fire race?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this one that I've just passed. Which
if you start it should jump me in next to you, I think.
Cool.
I'll be there.
Car class S1. Teams off, weather, current, turned in, current, okay, start. Okay, here we go. Quick race, quick multiplayer race before we leave. I can rent one, but I've got a Ferrari.
Should we just race in our Ferraris?
Yeah. Cool. It's setting up the event for me now. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we made it.
We're gonna have a race. Woo!
Race to race. Well, we didn't exactly get it in on the wire, but almost.
We almost did
near
it.
enough.
Okay, so let's find out how far behind I can be. Oh, look at you! You've already got a good start. Okay, so this is a 3-lap circuit race around Nice, around nice Nice. Get out of my way. So I drive aggressive.
Yeah, I gather. I'm
So
gonna
anyway,
have to watch your drivatar in my game, see if he actually does drive.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to be aggressive with walls, like maybe the other races.
They help me corner. Oh no! Ooh. Evil.
Yeah, get a few bollards for some skill points.
Oh yeah, so your skill points still count when you're multiplayering as well, which is nice.
Whoops. Failed attempt at a handbrake.
Take that, bollards. Take that. Lamppost. Where is he? There he is. You look behind you and to the left and right of you with your right thumbstick, by the way, just in case you're wondering how I was doing that.
Down the inside.
Oh no! I'm snaking around. So I don't know, like I said, I've not played a race on this with, or any kind of multiplayer on this with more than me and one other person, but it all feels nice, doesn't seem to be any lag or anything like that. It seems pretty sturdy.
The issue with one of the issues with Horizon 1 was that the the racing was just a bit chaotic, and
Yeah.
this is true in any racing game. If you get a field of idiots, you can just end up with a massive pile up on the first corner. But I don't know. I'll be interested to see how it pans out with the new road trip racing style. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice handbrake slide.
walls. You're slowly becoming a dot in the distance.
Right, I'm going to start trying to change some skill points, which I'm slowing down just to show off. Oh no,
Oop.
that was a bit over the top.
It's letting me win.
Man. I know I'm
Handbrake.
actually driving really badly. Right, that's a hell of it.
Oh, the front of my car's ruined.
A lap and a half. See if I can do it.
You'll probably catch me around that point where the really sharp right-hand turn is, because I like to
You like to
destroy the wall as
take
much
it
as possible.
pinball style.
Exactly. Ding, 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 ding. Oh,
You're
I just
quite
got
far
great
ahead, you know.
clean racing. That doesn't normally happen. It's just because I've been on a straight. Oh god, there we go. There's one wall hit. Oh, why can't I rewind time in multiplayer? Oh, right, just sideswipe that wall. According to the Tasman 19, I've wrecked the city centre. I think that's pretty much a fair
Yeah, I'm sure
fair
the
description of what
city
I've
council
done.
of Nice are about as happy about this as the guy on the classical music
Yeah,
station.
they've got about 80% less bus stops than they did before I started racing.
And the street lighting, forget it.
They don't need street lighting.
Coming for you.
Uh-oh. Oh god. That made me nervous. Made me drive rubbish. You psyched me out, man. Oh, it took me right near the end. Oh.
Oh, nice drift.
Oh, I got psyched out. Psych out! Now, if only you can get a puncture in the next 2 seconds. No.
Yeah. Backwards over the finish line.
There we go. I was 5 seconds behind. Oh, that's pretty bad in racing terms.
Not that bad.
Ian's driving reminds me of Crazy Taxi, says Gavin UK. Yeah, that's pretty fair assessment, I think. So there we go. That was the first 63 minutes of Forza Horizon.
Sorry,
2.
Microsoft.
Sorry. Won't do it again. Next time we'll do 3 minutes less. So yeah, we're having great fun with it here over at Eurogamer. There will be a review coming soon on the site. I can't say when, but once the game is out, I will be doing plenty more live streams on this game with you guys and with more people from Eurogamer. So yeah, keep an eye out if you're a racer fan and you want to join in with some races on this. Talking of crowds, quickly, there's some crowds. Someone wanted to see some crowds. There's loads of them there. In that, there they are. There's the crowds for the person who wanted to see some crowds. All walking around, jumping up and down, having a bit of a mosh pit. Lovely stuff. So yeah, thank you very much everybody for watching and joining us on this live stream. I'll be back tomorrow streaming something else. I know not what yet though. Thank you very much to Ollie for joining me and explaining this game far better than I ever could. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. So yeah, thanks Ollie.
Thanks everybody.
Cool.
Thanks Ian.
I will see you all again tomorrow. Goodbye.
See you at EGX. Bye.
Oh yeah, see you at EGX. Bye. Bye. I need to press this button. Bye.